Spreading all around my room, my world's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video here on the World of Juice channel, and welcome back to another episode of the Caleb Williams Chicago Bears career mode, franchise mode here on Madden 25. In the last episode, we saw the debut of Caleb Williams, and we saw the emergence of this team as a whole. We played the first 6 games of the regular season, and we won the first 6 games of the regular season. Now, some of them were a little bit closer than others. We won by a field goal win at the very last seconds, some buzzer beaters here and there. But hey, a win is 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 a win at the end of the day. And we're 6-0. And I was thinking, maybe now's the time to switch off the hat of Caleb Williams, my career, and put on the hat of the Chicago Bears GM and help out Caleb Williams to go for it all in his rookie year, to go all in as hard as we can go in the rookie year, because who knows if we're ever going to be 6-0 again. We've got to strike when the iron's hot. We got to get Caleb Williams a little bit more help, and not by getting him some more weapons to throw to, but just some help overall on the team. And I've got 4 teams in mind that are all playing under their skis. They're all having down years, and they all have players that are disgruntled. And I think those 4 players might want to come to Chi-Town, the Windy City, the second city. Maybe they want to come play alongside Caleb Williams. Maybe they see the potential, they see the future, they see the vision that what this Bears team could be. So in today's episode, not only we're going to continue to play more games of Caleb Williams' NFL career, but we're also going to help the team out and bring in some more talent all around the ball to try to make this team as super powered, as awesome. Because remember, we're trying to take on teams like the Chiefs, teams like the Eagles, the Bills, the 49ers, teams that are unbelievably good in modern NFL football. We've got to try to compete with them. And yeah, we're 6-0, but is that a flash in the pan? Is that fake news? Are we really not 6-0? We're just having a hot start to the year? I don't want to find out. I want to just keep riding the hot hand. So we're going to make these moves, and we're going to give Caleb Williams the help that he needs and give the Bears the help that they need. So in today's episode, we're going to make some crazy moves and continue playing Caleb Williams' career. I hope you guys are going to enjoy. If you do, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Club. Let's get down to business. I have not fully decided how many games we're going to play today. Last episode, we played 6, as you can see by our record being 6-0. But I have not decided if we are going to play 6 more games or if we're going to play, I don't know. I haven't fully decided yet because I don't know how long it's going to take to make these moves. But the teams in question and the players in question that are most likely on the move today to upgrade our team, we start with the Miami Dolphins. They have a man named Tyreek Hill, who they are not having a great start to the year. And in real life, Tyreek Hill is a little bit disgruntled. So not taking that too much into consideration since this is our own universe. But Tyreek Hill, I would think, getting paid as much as he's getting paid, would be a little bit disgruntled on the Miami Dolphins that they're not having as good of a season as they should probably be. So Tyreek Hill is man number 1. Second team that I have my eye on is the Atlanta Falcons. They are also not having a great season, and Chris Lindstrom is the man who I have targeted as a possible Chicago Bear replacement because he is 27 years old. He's a 94 overall, at least he's playing down to a 90. I think he's like a 95 or 96, but they're struggling mightily. The Atlanta Falcons are. I also have Kyle Pitts as a potential trade piece. Not today, but Kyle Pitts in the future could potentially be a guy that we go after because he's not really been what the Falcons thought he was going to be, and maybe they're tired of it. So Kyle Pitts is on my list, but he's a little bit further down because Chris Lindstrom is number 1 on the list. Well, at least he's top of the list. The next team, the third team, is the New York Jets. And no, it's not Sauce Gardner, it's not Garrett Wilson. It is, in fact, Quincy Williams, Quinnen Williams' brother. He's 28 years old. He's a right outside linebacker, but he would play left outside linebacker for us. He would replace Willie Gay. And this move is basically just a pure upgrade move. Like, this isn't just he's disgruntled and wants out of the New York Jets. It's me identifying a position of need on our team, which is outside linebacker, whether it's left or right, and finding a guy on a struggling team and thinking, yeah, he could probably want it out, and we could probably give them the assets that they would need. So Quincy Williams is the third man on the list. The fourth man and the final man on the list is all the way down in New Orleans. It is the Saints, and it is the center, Erik McCoy, 27 years old, the starting center for the New Orleans Saints. They're not having a good year, as all the teams that I've identified are not having a good year. And I want to replace Drew Dalman, at least upgrade Drew Dalman, not replace him, but upgrade him. And Erik McCoy fits that bill. So those are the 4 teams and the 4/5 players that I am targeting for this trade episode. We also have negotiations for players that we need to bring back, including Tevin Jenkins, who is probably the biggest name, and also Drew Dalman is on a expiring deal, so maybe we just don't. And same thing with Willie Gay. So maybe we just upgrade those positions, and maybe we save that money and don't pay those guys. I have no idea. I haven't fully decided what we do with those guys, but let's start making some moves. I think I'm going to start with Quincy Williams on the New York Jets, because the Jets are the one team probably that I would consider the least difficult to get Quincy Williams, because they're losing and they are just looking to dump Quincy Williams off the team. How many years of a contract does he have left? He's 28 years old. He's got, I checked the wrong thing. How many years of a contract does he have? He's got 2 years left, so they might be looking to move on from a potential 30-year-old guy when his contract is up. We're not going to give him the quarterback because we don't have a quarterback that they would want. We don't really have a wide receiver that they would want that we would be willing to give up. But we have a left outside linebacker in Willie Gay, who is on the last year of his deal. And currently their outside linebacker, so Willie Gay is a 76 overall. Their current left outside linebacker is a 71 in Marquise Haynes Sr. So Willie Gay would certainly be an upgrade on that position for them. And we would obviously be getting an upgrade on Willie Gay. So I know I've said I'm a big Willie Gay guy, but we got 2 85s already. Adding a third 85 would be just icing on top of the cake. So I think that's the move. But we can't just give him 1-for-1 because that would be fleecing the Jets too hard. So I can't give them a corner because I don't really want to give up any corners, and they don't need corner. They need a left guard. We have Joe Thuney, Tevin Jenkins, and we have Nate Davis. Now, we are looking to give up or to get Chris Lindstrom, who would fit the right guard spot, so Nate Davis kind of becomes irrelevant, but so does Tevin Jenkins at the end of the day. And so, in a way, does Joe Thuney, because I think Tevin Jenkins is the future of the team, and then Chris Lindstrom would fit the right guard spot. So Joe Thuney kind of falls to the wayside, so maybe Joe Thuney fits this bill. I wasn't kind of thinking that Joe Thuney was going to be part of this trade, but maybe he's the one who kind of gets in this deal. So Joe Thuney and Willie Gay is probably enough player capital to go with. Now, we do have the New York Giants first-round draft pick that we got for trading Hassan Reddick. That's who it was. I keep forgetting who that was. Hassan Reddick. So we do have their first-round pick, but we could use one of those picks, maybe our own first-round pick, to get... No, I don't think Quincy Williams would be going for a first-round pick. I think we could probably get away with a 2. Maybe a 3. I could go away with a 3. So Willie Gay, Joe Thuney, and a 3 for Quincy Williams. We get back a replacement for Willie Gay. They get a fill-in left guard. They get a replacement upgrade for Willie Gay, or for their left outside linebacker, and they get a third-round pick next year. I'm okay with that. Quincy Williams, welcome aboard to the Bears. So there's our right guard, or their right outside linebacker replacement. He should have already fit in to the spot. Now, we are going to have to make the Chris Lindstrom trade so that our offensive line looks better. But Quincy Williams will fit in there. He doesn't have a depth trait, but I'm looking at pure overall purposes. So TJ Edwards falls over to the left outside. I guess it doesn't matter which one goes where. Just that they're all three playing, and they are. Let's go make the Chris Lindstrom trade now. Now, this one's going to be a little bit more expensive because of how good he is. He's still 27. So this might have to be a first round pick type of deal. They need a quarterback, they need a left end, they need outside linebacker, they need left guard. Well, I'm going to toss in Nate Davis because we don't have any purpose for him if we're going to have Tevin Jenkins be the left guard. So Nate Davis is going to do it, but obviously that's not going to be all that we throw in. We're going to have to throw in some more to sweeten the pot. We don't really have a defensive end that they would want because I don't really want to give up Montez Sweat right now. We're not in a position to replace that at the moment. And then Von Miller I'm going to keep for the one season. So left end doesn't really fit. We already gave up a bunch of outside linebacker talent with Willie Gay, so I'm not willing to give up any more of that. So it might just have to be, I guess I could be willing to give up Jack Sanborn. I know he's not an outside linebacker, but I might be willing to give up Jack Sanborn. But it might just have to be strictly draft capital. Would I be willing to give up my first round pick this year? This is our own first round pick, which is pick 30 currently. I think I'd have to throw in a first round pick to get Chris Lindstrom. That just makes the most sense. He's under contract for a long time. He's got 5 years left. He's 27. He's a 95 overall. It has to be at least a first round pick. Plus Nate Davis. And I think if I give up a 2 in 2027, that would get the job done for the Atlanta Falcons. Maybe another pick this year. I don't have a 4. I was hoping to give up a 4. I don't really want to give up a 3. Maybe I can get away with not giving up a 3. I have 2 6s. I could throw a 6 in there as well. I don't. That really doesn't do too much for them. But Nate Davis, a first, a second, and a 6 gets Chris Lindstrom. Let's do it. Chris Lindstrom aboard. We trade away our own first round pick to Atlanta. Hopefully it's not end up being too high because hopefully we're still pretty good. Chris Lindstrom fills in the right guard spot. Tevin Jenkins goes to left guard. Drew Dahlman is still available at center, but we're looking to get Eric McCoy. Next up on the list is probably Tyreek Hill, and then we'll finish off with Eric McCoy. So let's go talk to Miami. Let's call up South Beach and ask for Tyreek Hill. Disgruntled. They need a center. And good news, we have a center that we're not really looking to keep right now. So Drew Dahlman fits right there for a center because we're going to go get Eric McCoy. So that's perfect. They also need a strong safety. I have Jonathan Owens, who's 29. That could probably how good is their strong safety overall? He's 82 overall, so he doesn't really fit because he's only a 75. So that wouldn't really. It'd just be a waste if we traded him. They also need a right tackle. How good's their right tackle overall? 75 in Austin Jackson, 77, 74. Yeah, they definitely need a center. They have Aaron Brewer, they have Isaiah Wynn, and then they have Teron Armstead and Patrick Paul. You should probably be playing Patrick Paul at the guard spot if I had to say. But our right tackle obviously is Darnell Wright. We're not going to get rid of him. We don't have a right tackle that they would want. We don't have a guard that they would want. We do have another center in Coleman Shelton, and I'm not going to give up Braxton Jones. So this might have to be more draft capital along with Drew Dahlman. But since Tyreek Hill wants to be out of here, he's probably not going to be going for that much. So maybe we could get him for a 4 in 2027 and a 5 this year. That probably would be all we would need to do to get Tyreek Hill. So welcome to the Chicago Bears, Tyreek Hill. He fills in as the third wide receiver, although he's going to be number 1 because he's 99 overall, but he's really going to be our third wide receiver because of DJ Moore and Rome Odunze. So we're just going to move him down to number 3, even though I know he's 99, but we're going to keep him at number 3. And the special teams or the specialist, we're going to have probably Tyreek be the slot guy because that just makes the most sense. I know Odunze is thriving in the slot, but slot right receiver, Odunze is going to fall to number 2. And then we're going to have Tyreek move to the slot. That just makes the most sense. That way Tyreek gets on the field a lot, even though he's number 3 wide receiver. And now Caleb has another weapon. So let's go and finish the trading by making the move for Eric McCoy. And then our trading for this year will be done and dusted. So we got to figure out what the Saints are going to want in return for Dahlman, or for, not Dahlman, for Eric McCoy. They need a D tackle, a quarterback, a left guard, a left outside linebacker. We don't have a D tackle other than Grady Jarrett. I guess I could give them the potential of Gervin Dexter or Zach Pickens or Andrew Billings. Let me toss Andrew Billings in the deal. And then they need a left outside linebacker. We don't have one. Maybe this is where we toss Jack Sanborn into the deal. Because he is 24. He's got potential. I don't know. We can't give up a guard because I don't have another guard that they would want. And obviously quarterback I don't have. So it might have to be Andrew Billings and maybe a 2 to get Eric McCoy away from the Saints. Let's do a 2 next year. Let's do a 2 next year. Andrew Billings and a 2 to get Eric McCoy. I probably have to give up something else, right? Because Andrew Billings alone doesn't really do much. What's their, like, I know that I can see their team needs. What's like their biggest positional upgrade? It'd be D tackle. 74 for Godshow and Brian Bresee. Left outside. Jalen Ford's a 71. 77 for Pete Werner. They don't need a running back. They don't need a wide receiver. I don't really have anything super big that they would want. They have a big need at left guard. Let me go and sign a left guard in free agency who's going to be a better overall than what they have. Then I can just sign and trade him. So, who's the best overall left guard? Justin Pugh? Pew? Let me sign him. He's a 73 overall. He's better than what they have currently. So, let me sign Justin Pugh and send him along with the Billings and second round pick, and that should be enough to get ourselves what's his face, Eric McCoy, and then our trading would be over. So left guard Justin Pugh, and then who was the other guy that I was trading away? Oh, it's Andrew Billings. I already forgot who it was for a second. Andrew Billings goes to the Saints for Eric McCoy. Perfect. Trade away. What's that? Oh, they don't have the salary cap, so they got to throw in some salary filler. Okay, who's making like over $4 million that they don't need? I mean, I guess we could take on the contract of Derek Carr, but we don't really have. They don't have a replacement, so that wouldn't make any sense. We could take back Godshaw since he's making so much money. He's probably the only guy that they would be willing. I guess Foster Moreau would be a guy that would work for this. Or Kalen Saunders. Kalen Saunders probably more than Godshow. So let's take back Kalen Saunders' contract. Oh, that doesn't even get it done. That's 680K. So it's going to have to be somebody a little bit more expensive than him. How much was Godshaw's 963? So maybe it does make sense to take his contract on. Because Foster wouldn't get it done, right? No, he's like 1.17. Okay, so let's just take back Godshaw for the contract reasons. That should make it positive. It doesn't make it positive? I don't know, whatever. Let me toss back in. Where's he at? Kalen Saunders. That brings it to 680K. And then I'll toss in like a scrub guy for like 900K. Who's making no money? Who's making no money that they don't want anymore? The punter. D-tack. I can't take every D-tackle they have. Bub Means. A.T. Perry. Give me A.T. Perry. Okay, that puts it across. So we just take on 2 guys strictly for salary cap reasons. These guys don't matter in the trade. It's really just these 3 guys for Eric McCoy. And boom, trade offer accepted. They get their D tackles, and they get a second-round pick, and they get rid of Eric McCoy. Perfect. We now have our trades done for this season. And the team looks a lot better. We add Chris Lindstrom and Eric McCoy on the offensive line. We add in Tyreek Hill, who they've switched back on the generate best lineups, but I'll switch it back again. Defensively, we add in Quincy Williams, who I think I'm just going to make a left outside linebacker instead of it saying that I don't have one. So let's just make him a left outside linebacker. I could make TJ Edwards a left outside, but I guess it doesn't matter who I swap. But we do that, and then we do generate best lineup, and they swap guys. There we go. Perfect. So then Gervin Dexter gets a little bit of a chance to play more because he's behind Grady Jarrett now. And we look pretty good. We are only a few snaps away, 385 out of 500, from finding out what Caleb Williams' dev trade is. That should come in today's episode. But let's figure out the Tyreek Hill of it all. So let's swap Tyreek Hill, DJ Moore, and then Rome Odunze, and then go to the slot receiver and put it back to where it was. So Odunze goes down to number 2. Tyler Scott goes to the bench, not for DJ Moore, but for Tyreek Hill. And I do have to change Tyreek Hill's number because number 80 just looks weird. So let's edit the player and see if he's got... Do we have number 10 available? Who would be wearing number 10? It looks like we have 11 available. Who's wearing number 10 on the Chicago Bears? Probably a corner, if I had to guess. Let's go quickly find out. NFL roster. Who's got number 10? So we've got yada, 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 yada. Where is this number? Who's wearing it? It is held by Tyler Scott. Perfect. So we can just swap Tyler Scott. Maybe Tyreek goes to him and says, hey, I'm going to pay you $500K. 750. I don't know, whatever he asked for. You're going to swap your number 7, and Tyreek will swap his number to 10, and we'll be good to go. Everything will be fine and dandy. Perfect. Now let's go start some games with this new look team. We've got a new weapon for Caleb to throw to. We've got a new offensive line, and we've got to figure out some contract extensions. Now it's only for really just, I'd say, Tevin Jenkins and probably Jack Sanborn. We could probably get away with not bringing back Khalil. I guess we'll find out how much money we have left over after those two guys sign. But we'll probably wait until next episode because I don't think I'm going to finish the season in today's episode, considering we're already about 20 minutes in. So I think we'll maybe play 4 or 5 games today. But let's start against the Washington Commanders. Rookie versus rookie. Former number 1 overall pick versus former number 2 overall pick. The Washington Commanders. I didn't mean to play the moments there. I want to play the offense. This is going to be a big game because the Commanders are a pretty solid team. The Commanders are a pretty solid team. Play offense only. We will take on the Washington Commanders on the road and try to be undefeated still, but now with some new additions. We get to start our day with the football in Washington. Caleb Williams has looked real good in his first 6 games of his career. We've had some up and down moments, though. There have been some interceptions that I personally have thrown that I got to get better at. That's just the the faults of playing, for me playing with the controls in my hands. That's just what happens sometimes. But DeAndre Swift has had a really good start to the year as well. He's been running real hard. I like having him as the running back. And Tyreek Hill is out there. We might have to just abuse the speed of Tyreek Hill and just send him on some deep routes and just hope that he wins because he's Tyreek Hill. That's what he does. But we'll save that for later. We don't want to show our hand too early and then the Washington Commanders adjust and then we're in trouble. But what we can show is DeAndre Swift running people over. This could be a good game to run the ball. I don't know how good the Washington defense is going to be at stopping the run. I'm going to hit Tyreek Hill. He's got room. And look at the speed burst of Tyreek Hill. Up to the 4. His first catch as a Chicago Bear. He takes it almost for a touchdown. That's absolutely freaking amazing. The handoff is to DeAndre. And DeAndre will get bumped, I think, by his own guy. And won't be able to get in the end zone. But we're going to run some hurry up. Call the same exact play. DeAndre Swift, lower the shoulder. He's denied. He's at the 1. We'll go back to the run game again. It's Swift in the backfield one more time. 3rd and goal from the 1. Swift, lower the shoulder, denied again. He's at the 1. Oh, they're dominating me right now. I think I might go a little sneaky. We might go QB sneak. If I can find the play. The Bears playbook is weird for some reason. There we go. QB sneak from the 1. This is a long 1 yard. This is like 1.5 yards almost. Here we go. 4th and goal. Caleb is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Good job, Caleb. You had to do it yourself. And he did it. And Jaden Daniels scores a touchdown for the Commanders. So this is, I mean, we knew this wasn't going to be easy. We knew the Commanders offense was the real deal. So I'm not shocked that they scored a touchdown so easily. Swift stays on his feet. Still loses a yard, but he showed some good fight there. The slot fade with Tyreek in the slot. Oh my god, this could be... We could have found the cheat code right here. I didn't even think about the slot fade potential. Tyreek with the speed. Tyreek Hill down the field. It's caught by Tyreek Hill. I love him so much. Oh, what an addition. Tyreek Hill. The slot fade, we might have found a cheat code. He didn't have as much separation as I would have expected him to have, but he still holds on to the football for a massive gain. And Caleb put it where it needed to be. He had a good throw on that ball. 2nd down and 7, DeAndre. So they got two guys like lined up right on top of each other. Swift with a handoff again. DeAndre staying on his feet, trying to fight. It's 3rd and 3. All right, this this run game has kind of slowed down a little bit with the Commanders tightening up. Caleb finding DJ Moore. 1st down, Bears. I didn't forget about you, DJ. Don't worry. You're still my X-Factor receiver that we got in the last episode because of the big-time game that he had against the Rams, I think it was. Okay. They might be super unstoppable on the defensive line from the red zone, because I've ran the ball like 4 times in the red zone and they've shut it down every single time. So it might be a little too tough to run against the Commanders in the red zone. We might have to pass it. And I'm going to scramble with Caleb. Ooh, Jerwan Newton brings me down. Or Jerzon Newton. That was my bad. I chose to scramble before I probably should have. Cole Kmet brings it in, but it's at the 5. It's 4th and goal. Timeout call by Washington. I think we do have to take our points here. It's a little bit risky to go for a touchdown. I know it's from the 5, but we got to try and add points, especially when Washington is as good as they are. And they give the ball back to us with 6 seconds left in the half. Is there any chance we can make something happen here? I don't want to get crazy, but with 6 seconds on the clock, we've got a guy like Tyreek Hill. He gets us up to the 39 with 1 second remaining. That gives us at least a chance for a vertical play, like a deep shot. If I can find the right vertical. I don't want that one. I want the one where there's 3 on one side and then 1 on the other. That's the one that I want, if I can find it before the play clock goes out. Oh, there we go. There we go. 4 verticals. Here we go. So they're going to be playing it tough. I don't even know who the option to throw to is here. Is it DJ? DJ's one-on-one. Oh, I didn't get it off. No! Why'd they have to get through so quickly? Oh, DJ was one-on-one, too. That might have been pretty good. All right, so unfortunately, we don't get the ball off in time. They brought the pressure before I was ready. Or I was ready, but I wanted to actually throw it. They got to me too quick. Jones Jr.'s got a little bit of room. He's got a little bit of room. No! Brought down from behind. I thought we had a kick return there. That is a huge one, though. That gives us great starting field position for us to work here, start the second half. We need to get a touchdown here. If we want to have any hope of fighting off the Commanders' offense with Jaden Daniels, we want to get a touchdown right here, right now. And I think I might have to stop running the ball, at least for a little bit, because they're starting to get a little bit of domination on us. Underneath, caught by DJ Moore. Only got a couple yards. They were playing that pretty tight. So we call the same exact play, but flip it to the opposite side. That way Cole Kmet and Odunze are running the routes. 3rd and 8. Odunze caught it. Odunze up to the 49. It's 4th and 5. I think we do have to go for this. Feels a little weird to go for it, but I think it's the best move. Although having only Cole Kmet as an option. Catch that, Cole. He holds on 1st down. Big catch, Cole Kmet. Caleb got out of the pocket real well. Good 1st down. Can I maybe squeeze through for a run here? All right, that's some positive yards. Some solid positive yards for DeAndre. And the play action cross is interesting. This I've had real good success with in the past. Not in this series, but just in general in the game. And it looks like I'm going to have success here because Odunze's got a lot of room. Rome Odunze down the field. Touchdown, Chicago. That's why that play can be so goated sometimes. He cranks him up like a robot. I like that. 17-7. Okay, field goal allowed by the defense. So it's now a 7-point game instead of a 10-point game. I'm okay with that because we still have a good chunk of a lead. And, oh, DeAndre got through the hole. The third quarter is about to be over. So if we can just control the game until the game is over, then we can win. That's how winning works. The snap, the handoff, Swift. Oh, there was room. I didn't see Reeves there. There was some big-time room. End of the third quarter. We lead 17-10. Got to score another time here. What do we call? What do we call? Do we call the play-action cross again? Do I go to the well one too many times? I don't know. I'm going to try it. We're going to see what happens. I can always go underneath the Tyreek, I guess. And it looks like it's going to be open again. Rome Odunze! 2 big catches on the same exact play. That works for me. That one wasn't as open, but it was still effective. Hand off to DeAndre Swift. Lindstrom throws a good block. We get a couple yards. And then we call maybe a tight end drive. Could potentially be something we do. 5 minutes to go. Underneath. Got to get it off. Darn it, man. He came around the edge, and I didn't have the... My guy wasn't open. The guy that I was throwing to wasn't open enough before I got hit. So that's unfortunate. I'm going to have to hit this right here. Tyreek Hill. Look at the speed. Tyreek Hill almost... He's come just a couple yards short of having his first touchdown twice now in Chicago. He's just got that elusive speed. You can't teach speed, man. I'm glad that we put him in the slot. We're going to hand this ball off to DeAndre. I mean, look at the lack of blocking in the red zone. I mean, I don't know what it is. We just can't block when it comes to the 5-yard line and closer. We're going to motion Swift. 2nd and goal. I got to run with Caleb. Oh, that ball's out, and it's recovered by the Commanders. I didn't have anybody open. If I would have threw it to X, they would have picked it off. That was just all kinds of bad. And the Commanders, they had to drive all the way from the 1-yard line, basically, the 2. And they can't do it. And with 54 seconds and 3 timeouts, all we have to do is make them use those timeouts, and we can get out of here with a victory. DeAndre's got 16 carries for 75 yards. This has been a little bit of an ugly game, more so than some of our later wins of last episode. But hey, I mean, this is a potential playoff matchup. I know the Commanders aren't having a great year with 2-5, but they could certainly turn it around, and we could see them in the playoffs. 45 seconds left, 1 timeout. Thankfully, we already got that first down, so this first down isn't as necessary. That is most likely the final play of the game. We will hopefully hold on here for our 7th win in a row. There's the snap, the kneel, and that should... Okay, the game clock is just like a half a second ahead of the play clock. Just barely. So I shouldn't have to snap this again. We should be able to hold on for a victory. And I don't think that we're going to be able to reveal the dev trade of Caleb in this game. I think it's going to be the next couple. Because we were still like, what, 380-something out of 500? So it's going to be a couple more games, I would think. I think he has Superstar, if I can remember correctly. Okay. We win the game, 17-10. Caleb did pretty well in the game. He had a couple of big plays. 216 yards. Jaden Daniels didn't even throw a touchdown in that game, which is surprising because they were driving down the field pretty well. But they could not get it done. We stay undefeated, which helps our draft pick that we sent to the Falcons. Makes it still pretty bad. We have national focus. I think I already did the national, or did I not do the national? I must not have. Wide receiver and corner. I think I'm going to set the national focus to corner because with the addition of Tyreek Hill, we don't necessarily need a wide receiver, at least not in the first round. So we're going to go corner. We will advance to the next game against the Arizona Cardinals. They're 0-8 on the year, and we will make them 0-9. We jump in against the Arizona Cardinals here. First drive of the game for either team. On the road in Arizona. We have not been in Chi-Town this episode. 2 road games to start it. We are rocking a throwback uni, at least a throwback helmet, with the white bear logo, which looks pretty cool. Looks more like a Cincinnati Reds logo when it's not orange. It's kind of funny. We're going to call the play action crosser, and we're going to hope, and it does work again. DJ Moore this time. Big catch. 3 for 3 on that play. That's good. That's one of my favorite plays in this game. So I'm glad that it's working for me. But how easy is it going to be to run the ball against Arizona? Is it going to be easier than against the Commanders? Not on that play. Only 1 yard for DeAndre Swift. We'll have to see how we do, like, up the middle or something. We'll call a halfback dive, see if we can squeeze through or something. I'm not sure. Cardinals are 0-8 on the year. Oh, that's wide open. That's a touchdown right up the middle. DeAndre Swift, easy. I mean, it's not going to get much easier than that. DeAndre Swift hitting a little bit of a dance. And the Bears take the early lead, and we get back on offense again. I can't believe this this Cardinals team is not that bad. They've got some decent players on their squad. But they are not winning games. And I debated trading for a couple of players on the Arizona team, but they didn't really have anybody that piqued my interest too much. I mean, they had guys like Marvin Harrison and Paris Johnson Jr., and those guys I obviously were interested in, but I couldn't think of a way giving up anything that we have on our team that the Cardinals would be wanting to get rid of those guys since they're super young. So I chose not to go with the Arizona Cardinals. But I like the trades that we made. We got better on the offensive line. We upgraded 2 solid positions at center and right guard. We also moved on from Joe Thuney, who was going to be probably just a 1-year rental at the end of the day. And we also bring in Tyreek Hill, who was disgruntled. So I'm cool with the trades that we made. Quincy Williams, obviously, hopefully performing. Oh, that's wide open if I can hit that. And I can. Rome Odunze. Juke move. Look at Rome go. Rome was not built in a day, but today, Odunze delivers. Under a minute to go, first quarter. Handoff is going to be to DeAndre Swift, and they brought a lot of pressure. They were ready for that. They were certainly ready for that. Does the slot fade work this close? I mean, I don't think I've ever... Have I run a slot fade this close before? I don't know. Probably. But it is Tyreek Hill at the end of the day. Tyreek Hill. End zone. Tyreek! Touchdown Bears! Oh my God. It's amazing. And he spikes that as his... Well, he throws it. As his first touchdown as a Chicago Bear. And the Cardinals did put up a touchdown. It is now 14-7 in the second quarter. So little Kyler, he's got some motion. Hand off to DeAndre Swift. He's bouncing around. He goes down at the 37. Nice little gain there. Probably another handoff would be the most effective, I would think. Handoff, good blocking, and Swift gets the first down. It's tough trying to navigate through traffic like that, man. There's a lot of red bodies. DJ Moore has a history of cooking corners in this series. Can he do it one more time? Not on this one, but that's kind of a throw across the body type of... Yeah, that's a frustrating one. Tyreek was going to be open. But Tyreek might get open right here. We're going to try to abuse the slot fade one more time. Come on, Tyreek. Outrun him. Tyreek Hill. Touchdown number 2. I love the slot fade. I'm a merchant. I'm a slot fade merchant. The Caleb Williams to Tyreek Hill connection might literally feed so many families. We have the ball with 20 or 59 seconds to go. It's 21-7. The Tyreek Hill connection is electric. Underneath, caught by Adunze. Let's hurry up a little bit. It's going to take a lot of time off with this clock running. I don't want to go slot fade again. I know I could. I could go slot fade again. I don't want to. At least not right now. Because I could fit that in there right there with DJ Moore. Big catch. Call a timeout. We have one remaining. Good job, Caleb. Expertly done. Expertly done. Tyreek is running a deep route. Buda Baker's going to be following him. Let's just get that to Adunze again and just run out of bounds. Get a couple yards, save the timeout. The 986 switch. I think this is the first time I've called this. Or maybe the second time. We'll switch DJ Moore to a deep route. And we'll hope that Cole Kmet can come and get it. Darn it. I was hoping that that ball would be a little bit more accurate, but it was not as accurate as I wanted it to be. That's okay, because we're going to go verticals. We've got all the receivers we want out there. Who is going to be the one to catch this football? Nobody, really. It's going to be DeAndre Swift. Not the receiver I thought it was going to be, but it worked out in the end. I playmakered him up the field, and it worked. We have 8 seconds, so this either has to be a touchdown or an incomplete pass, because we're not going to get another playoff if it's not a touchdown. It's going to be a touchdown. It's Tyreek Hill, number 3. He's going crazy in his second game as a Bear. This is the Tyreek Hill that we traded for. 28-7. We come back on offense again. This is the Tyreek Hill that we traded for, ladies and gentlemen. He's going crazy. He's going cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Oh, that's a little bit off, but it's going to get to DJ in the end, and he juked him out of his shoes. DJ Moore's going crazy as well. Oh, the offense is offensing right now. We are going absolutely nuclear on the Arizona Cardinals. The handoff to Swift. Need to hold your blocks a little bit longer. Just a wee bit longer. 2nd and 4. Another handoff. Another not great blocking performance from the boys, but it's okay. 10 carries, 71 yards. Let's go with a little mesh spot. I do love a good mesh spot. Mesh spot's one of my favorite plays to run. There's the snap. I'm looking at Cole Kmet the whole way. Bada bing, bada boom. Cole Kmet, get in the end zone. Oh, he's down at the 2. Down at the 2. This might be Caleb Williams' best game he's had as a pro. And it's no surprise that Tyreek is the main reason, and DeAndre Swift will squeeze his way into the end zone for a touchdown. We lead 35-7 on Arizona. They do get a field goal as we enter the 4th quarter, but this one is most likely over. 35-10. The handoff. Swift trying to bounce around, stays on his feet, goes down at the 9, or at the 31 for a gain of 1, 2nd and 9. I'm going to call the play action cross again. I mean, it's been pretty effective since I started calling it again. If I've got the time, I've got the time. That one's going to be... Oof! Tough hit taken by Adunze. He drops the ball, and I got to call the slot fade another time. I just have to. I can't help it. I'm like an addict. I'm a slot fade merchant, but it's not open. DeAndre will catch it on a 3rd down and 9. The slot fade was Buda Baker covered it. He locked it up. Buda Baker locked me up on the slot fade. I got to give him some respect in his old age. He did a good job. We're going to go for this on 4th down because why not? Scott is open, and Scott's got it. We haven't seen a lot of Tyler Scott since we added Tyreek Hill to the team, but 309 and 3 touchdowns for Caleb? I mean, talk about breakout performances for the rookie. He's absolutely wheeling and dealing. Not just wheeling or dealing. He's wheeling and dealing. Hand out to Swift. Swift got taken down swiftly. Where do we go here? Maybe a play action scissors? I'm not a big fan of the scissor play. Do I send DJ or Adunze down the field deep? No, let's just keep the play the way that it is. Cole Kmet, sideline, 2 feet? Yes, he did. Wasn't sure if he was going to get 2 feet there. And they're going to challenge it. Did he get 2 feet in? They're going to give him the 1st down, so he did get 2 feet. I wasn't sure. It went so quickly, I couldn't even tell. But they said he got them both in, so it's a 1st and 10. I'm going to roll with Caleb, and I'm going to scramble with Caleb. We haven't done that much this episode. Maybe I shouldn't have ran with him because I didn't get that many yards and took an unnecessary hit, but it's okay. Caleb's a tough guy. Do I try to get Tyreek Hill his 4th touchdown of the day? I guess if he's open, I'll try it. Caleb to the end zone, goes to the 5. Another little step-up scramble. Ooh, they're really packing this in. They are really, really packing this in. Handoff to Swift. He tries. Gets to the 3. It's a little bit closer. All right, this one doesn't look as tight. Maybe DeAndre can squeeze in there. Handoff, Swift, bounce it in. DeAndre stays on his feet, too. Just ran over people. And he's into the end zone again. It's 42-10. That is going to be the ball game. Cardinals have 1 timeout, or 2 timeouts, but it's 42-10. This is our most dominant performance we've had all year. I mean, that dude, that 42 is running away. He was running away from the play. That's hilarious. But this is by far our most dominant performance of the season, and I couldn't be happier. I like the team. I really do. Those additions we made are going to hopefully prove to do wonders for Caleb Williams and this Bears team. I think they were just the positions we needed to fill. Absolutely huge. What the heck happened there? Did you see DeAndre Swift like jump in the air? That was kind of wild. I thought he was going to stay on his feet, like skyrocket to the moon or something. This will most likely be the final play of the game with the handoff here. Swift down at the 45, 22 seconds left. Accelerated clock takes it down, and we will go and win 42-10, keeping the Cardinals winless on their season and keeping us lossless, undefeated on the year. This Bears team is hot. 3 touchdowns, 331 yards through the air for Caleb Williams. He looked real good. All 3 of those touchdowns came in the hands of Tyreek Hill. I knew it was going to be a good addition to the team. He's super good for a reason. We now make it to week number 10 against my New England Patriots and another top draft pick, the number 3 overall pick, Drake May. Interesting. We're finally back at home. I think what we're going to do is we're going to play this game against the Patriots, and then we're going to play the game against the Packers, and that will be today's episode. Since we did so much stuff at the beginning of the episode with the trades, I think those will be the games that we play today. So let's jump in, play New England, back at home in Soldier Field. Finally, Tyreek Hill gets to have a home game in front of his new fans. We start with the football here at home against the New England Patriots. And we're going to hopefully stay undefeated, even though it is my favorite team. Oh, and that's not a good start. I shouldn't have called slants, if I'm being honest. That probably wasn't the best idea. A sack to start the game is not ideal. But we move. Hand off to DeAndre Swift, get all those yards back. Most of them. Makes it a 3rd and 13 situation. Who's going to get open here? Tyreek just has to win with his speed. I feel like that's the only thing, right? Unless they bring pressure, which they do. But if I stand in the set my feet and find Rome Odunze, which I do. Good job, Caleb. Across his body's a tough throw. But Caleb was able to do it. And I got to try the slot fade. It worked against Washington. How well will it work against the Patriots? Not really that well. I'm going to have to scramble. They really covered Tyreek. And they covered everybody else also. That's a little annoying. We'll have to go back to that a little bit later. See if the slot fade is just not going to work against New England, or maybe it was just a one-time coverage. They got lucky on the coverage call. Ooh, I like DJ Moore on this one. Odunze. We'll see who gets open. Odunze. Rome Odunze. Big first down catch. He's got 2 catches, 35 yards. He's kind of killing the game to start against New England. I don't even remember this game in real life. I think I do. I think the Patriots, did they win it or did they lose? I don't remember, honestly. Like I said, I don't remember this game very much. I think they lost it. They lost a lot of games last year. There's a reason they're picking top of the draft again. 2nd and 5 from the 8. This has got to be Cole Kmet, right? Just a little chop down. Oh, he's not open, but Tyreek is Tyreek. 1st and goal. I was not sure they were going to give me that, but they do. 1st and goal from the 4. They're really loading up the defensive line here, but DeAndre Swift has seen tougher. He's run through tougher. He gets blown up. He gets 2 yards, but he gets blown up. Jawan Bentley shuts that down. And a rare read option call here. We'll see what happens. Keep it with Caleb. Get in there, Caleb, and he does. Touchdown, Bears. We lead in Soldier Field. Caleb gets a rushing touchdown. The Patriots offense can't do anything. We go to the 2nd quarter. Am I going to have time for DJ Moore's route to develop? I don't think I will. So I'm just going to have to go down to Odunze, throw a block Tyreek. Thank you very much. This could be a big Odunze game if he's going to keep catching the ball like that. We'll go back to DeAndre Swift. And he will have... I mean, he got more yards because the dude picked him up and carried him for a couple extra yards, but it wasn't as good of a run as I was hoping it would be. They're not going to press. Why do you not want to press me? Are you afraid of pressing my guys? Underneath, it's Odunze again. Throw a good block. Thank you, DJ Moore. This could be a big Odunze game. He's got like, what, 4 or 5 catches already? This could be a big boy Odunze game. And speaking of, he's running the little corner route. I've never been a big fan of this play call. But look at Caleb's athleticism. Look at Caleb Williams. Oh my God, that's a super late hit. I don't know what that's all about. Look at the athleticism of Caleb Williams. I started on the right side. I rolled back around. He's just too quick. He's too fast and he's too furious. And DeAndre gets down at the 17-yard line. Let's switch the drive under this way. Somebody gonna get open. Somebody gonna get their wing split. Tyreek Hill, use that speed, Tyreek. He's still on his feet. Tyreek Hill, touchdown Bears. He got popped and stayed on his feet. His first touchdown in Soldier Field as a Bear. Oh, it's wonderful. It's a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful addition to the roster. I couldn't be happier, if I'm being honest. Absolute euphoria. 2nd and 9 after a 1-yard run. I don't know if I'm going to be able to run the ball. It seems like New England is a little bit stingy on the run game. 2-minute warning comes. I had press coverage, which is annoying, because now I'm probably not going to have press coverage. But the slot fade is still a potential option. Now, it's Odunze running it this time, which I don't hate. He's been running it before, and he's done an okay job. Let's test it, Odunze. That's not a good throw! Okay, let's not do that again. Julius Peppers, God, Jabril Peppers on the deflection there. I thought he was going to take more of an up the field route. He just kind of went to the sideline, which I think was the design of the play. So he didn't make a mistake. He did what the route said. I just mistaken. I didn't know what the route would entail, I guess. A little screen. First time we've called a screen all episode, and it's going to work fairly well. 106 yards, 2 touchdowns for Caleb, and I didn't mean to call a screen again there. That's my bad. I pressed the button too quickly. So we'll just switch to a normal run with Swift, and he will get run right into, but get the first down. I guess that's all we needed him to get. 35 seconds in the half. We got to score another touchdown here. I'm actually going to send Scott deep. I know that sounds kind of weird, but maybe Scott's got something. Deep ball, DJ Moore? No. The ball didn't get it far enough, and DJ didn't really win. He did not really win. There's nobody over the top to help Tyreek, or to help cover Tyreek. But that's Odunze. Up the field. I'm going to call my first timeout. 17 seconds. We had 2 timeouts. We're looking pretty good. I could call the slot fade again. I'm going to send Scott deep. 17 seconds. Across the middle, it's DJ Moore. He's going to get us at the very least into field goal range. I'll take that. At the very least, we have entered field goal range for a kicker. But I don't want a field goal. I want a tutty. I want the tutty, tutty, tutty. And it might be right here. Cole Kmet into the end zone. He's down at the 2. We'll call our final timeout. How close do you have to be? I thought Cole was going to get in there. He just was denied. 5 seconds remain. Underneath, it's Tyreek. He drops it. 2 seconds left. Do I kick the field goal or do I go for it? I'm going to go for this. Come on. Somebody hold on to the football here. Cole Kmet, end zone, touchdown Bears. Cole Kmet holds on. That was risky. It could have ended up in a pick. It could have ended up in a drop. But Cole Kmet holds on. It's a big touchdown at the end of the half. Good job, Caleb. 21-0. Patriots finally put something on the board. They score in the third quarter. So Drake May doing his job, I guess. Let me scramble here. Nope, that was not the right idea. I didn't think he was going to break off like that. I thought I would be able to get around him. I was severely mistaken. Let's call the shock. Odunze on this side. Come on, Rome. You got this. You got this, Rome. He's got it. Rome's got it. He's wide open. Rome down the sideline. Outrun Kyle Duggar. He's going to do it. Touchdown Bears. It's 28-7. Rome Odunze. I told you this could be a big Rome game, and he's having a huge day. We're back on offense again, and this time the slot fade. Do I go back-to-back slot fade touchdowns? I might. I am a merchant. Tyreek. He's open. Oh, it's a little bit underthrown. It's still caught. No, it's not caught. It's dropped. It was a little bit underthrown by Caleb. That's what I get. That's the karma for trying to go back-to-back on the slot fades. That's all right. It would have been an epic catch if he would have held on. Ooh, tough hit by Cole Kmet there. I think Peppers laid that one. 241 for Caleb. 3 touchdowns. Pretty efficient with the completions. 15 for 19 is not bad. And this will most likely be the end of the third quarter. With a handoff to Swift. He'll break a tackle and go down at the 47. 10 carries, 55 yards. I mean, with the struggles that he's having on the run game, 10 carries for 55 yards is not that bad. I thought it was a little bit lower than that, but I mean, I haven't been able to run the ball that successfully, and I still got over 50 yards. I guess I'll take it as I bounce inside. DeAndre, keep fighting, DeAndre. Got about 4 on that one. They want me to just run this and take a lot of time off, but I'm not about that life. Fire it in. It's going to be incomplete. Maybe I should be about that life. I tried to get it to Tyreek. Couldn't do it. Who's running the Cole Kmet's running that route? I don't know if I like that. Underneath, it's Hill. Big catch, Tyreek. Gets the first down, keeps the drive alive. I'm really tempted to switch this to a vertical, but I'm not going to. I'm going to hand this off to DeAndre, like designed. And DeAndre going to get the outside and fall down. I think his own teammate tackled him there because he ran into him. But it's okay. At the 25-yard line, we worked out successfully. Scramble with Caleb. Slide. No, that ball's out. Picked up by the Patriots, most likely. Yep, it is. I tried to slide, but you know how Madden is with sliding. We get the ball back really quickly, though, so it's not like anything bad happened. And we're not as close as we were. That's okay. I tried to slide, but I got hit from the back, and it canceled out that animation. So what are you going to do, brother? Oh, that's unfortunate. Christian Gonzalez just kind of jumped in the way at the last second. Ooh, I like this route from Tyreek. It could be electric. Tyreek Hill, sideline, caught. First down. Tyreek's going crazy in a Bears uniform. He's going absolutely crazy. It's like Antonio Brown is a Patriot. Hand off to Swift. Oh, he couldn't do it. He could not do it. 13 carries, 73 yards. I mean, it doesn't feel like a lot, but when you look at the numbers, it's a decent amount of yards. I mean, I know it doesn't feel like he's rushed that much, but there's a solid run. up to the 22. If he can just add a touchdown to his stat line today, it'll be a really good day. Handoff, bounce it outside, brought down, kind of. No, he stands on his feet, DeAndre! Oh my God, he's a tackle-breaking machine. That was a crazy broken tackle. I know he didn't get many yards after it, but that was a cool broken tackle. He kind of like getting hugged, and then he just kind of like ripped away from him. 2-minute warning in the fourth quarter. They want me to obviously run the ball, use some timeouts for the Patriots if they do end up using them. I mean, down 3 touchdowns in the fourth quarter with 2 minutes to go. Oh my God. It's not going to be a timeout. It's going to be a holding call on Chicago. They should have called an absolute murder because DeAndre Swift ended that New England Patriot career with the shoulder tackle that he just gave right there. That was disgusting. Let me get this away. It's Cole, and it's going to be Cole Kmet down at the 22. So we're back to kind of where we were before all the crazy stuff happened. Can we get out with an under Z curl? The Patriots aren't using their timeouts. I didn't think they would. But you never know. DJ Moore down at the 15. They're probably going to want me to kick the field goal here. No, they actually want me to go for it. I like the way that you think. Because I was probably going to go for it anyway. Handoff. Caleb Williams, easy rushing touchdown for Caleb. And that will be the ball game. 35-7. We will win. We are still undefeated. Is a perfect season on the horizon? I mean, Caleb Williams has basically outperformed every quarterback he's played. He's done really, really well. And we will play our final game of the episode against the against the Green Bay Packers. Caleb Williams has an upgrade point. Let's do strong arm this time because I need to get that throw power up a little bit. We don't get it, but we have an ability slot. He's got X Factor. Caleb Williams. Forget about Superstar. He's got X Factor. Oh, I forgot about that. Does Caleb Williams really have X Factor? That's crazy. Oh, having a quarterback with X Factor is huge. Absolutely huge. So his superstar ability is probably going to be... You know what? It probably needs to be Gambit, right? Because I do throw a lot of interceptions. But I haven't thrown an interception all day today. So maybe I don't need to do that. Maybe I'm a little bit more careful. Run and gun, it feels like that could be the one because I do tend to throw the ball on the run a lot. Dots also could be something. Or maybe bazooka. There's a lot of different options. Obviously, we can try all these out and figure out which one's the best one for us. Escape Artist would be awesome, too, because I do scramble a little bit, but... I think I might go run and gun it first. Let's go run and gun it first. So we don't have a lot of superstar abilities right now. I definitely want quick draw. I probably want... maybe persistent right off the bat. No, tied out needs to be good because I do throw to Cole Kmet a lot. And then Homer, when playing at home, players with this ability can easily enter the zone. We'll keep that one on for now. Once he gets higher overall and unlocks more of those cool superstar abilities, then we'll obviously adjust them. But having a quarterback now with X Factor is absolutely massive. But it's not activating, it doesn't look like, for some reason. Maybe we have to simulate a week. I don't know. That is huge. That is absolutely massive. We'll advance the week. Play the Green Bay Packers. We're at home again. Mock draft number 2 has Mykel Williams going number 1 overall. Who knows if that's actually going to happen? Will Johnson, Will Campbell, Travis Hunter. Who do they have us taking right now? They have us taking... If we get all the way down here. They have us taking Patrick Payton, which maybe I'd be okay with. We probably do need to take at least a D lineman, I would think. I don't know who the D lineman is going to be, but I think we probably do need to take at least a D lineman in the first round to kind of... Because, I mean, Von Miller's... Who knows if we're going to bring him back, and who knows how good he's going to be if he regresses or not because he's old. So we probably do need to take a D lineman in the class, and first round's probably going to be the best option. So we will play our final game of the episode today against the Green Bay Packers. Can we stay undefeated for this final game. We jump in here on offense for our first drive, and for the first time in a while, we are down to start the game. The Packers scored on their first drive, so we got to try to come back now. This could be our first loss of the season. I know it's still the first quarter, obviously, but I mean, the Packers didn't have any trouble with our defense. They went right down the field and scored. Ooh, that was my bad. I did not choose the right angle. I kind of just ran into somebody. My bad on that one. This is our first game against the Green Bay Packers. We're obviously going to have one later in the season, and we're going to have games against the Lions and Vikings. We have not played any NFC North opponents. This is the first one, I'm pretty sure. So our end of the season is going to be pretty tough because all the NFC North teams are fairly good. Catch that, please. DJ Moore, thank you. Caleb Williams gets the job done, as he has most of the season so far. I think I saw the stat when I was loading into the game. It said Caleb Williams is like 2,100 yards through the air, 19 touchdowns to 7 interceptions. And you know what? This late into the season, I'd say that is a pretty good stat line for me. I don't usually have that many touchdowns and that little amount of interceptions throughout this part of the season, so I'd say that's a pretty good stat line for me. Now, obviously, I want to keep that interception number in the single digits and raise that touchdown number. We will try to do that into this game against the Packers. Caleb's been looking pretty solid, though. Those slot fades have really helped. The addition of Tyreek Hill has been huge. He's got, like 4 or 5 touchdowns since being an addition here? He'll get a catch there, but I probably shouldn't have thrown it to him in the first place. He wasn't as open as I wanted him to be. And I don't really like this play, especially not this close to the end zone. But Caleb might not care. He's into the end zone for a rushing touchdown. Who needs passing touchdowns when you can score rushing touchdowns? Caleb Williams delivers. And we tie the game against Green Bay. Now we just need the defense to keep doing their job. And they will not do that. They let the Packers score again. We are going to be in for a fight against the Green Bay Packers. And I might need to break out the slot fade. Tyreek Hill, I need you to be good. I need you to be goated. It's not going to work, is it? Oh my God, it does work. Tyreek Hill down to the 3. Caleb Williams got hit on the throw, and it still got there. Wow. That is not on my bingo card. Caleb Williams delivered a beautiful throw, and DeAndre Swift pounces it in the end zone the next play. We go to the second half. We tied it up. The Packers couldn't do anything at the end of the quarter. Adunze is the one running the fade now. And I'm going to try to hit Adunze right here. Back-to-back fades. There it is. Now we're just slinging the rock. Now we are slinging Dwayne. It's going crazy. Caleb Williams is letting his freak fly. And it does say underneath his name, it says his superstar instead of his X Factor. So I don't know why it didn't activate his X Factor, because we don't have 3 X Factors on the offense. We have 2. And it does say Adunze's got star underneath his name. So we have Rome Odunze with superstar development. That's pretty sick. But I don't know why his X Factor won't activate. Because we only have Tyreek and DJ Moore who have X Factor on the offense. So it's not like there's too many people and he can't get his activated. Maybe it's just a glitch. Maybe if I don't know, generate the lineup again, maybe it would work. I'm not 100% sure. But we can't focus on that right now because we got to focus on trying to get a touchdown here. That's a fumble. Pick it up, please. Caleb gets his own fumble. That's tough. I didn't know who to throw to. If I would have thrown to anybody, I feel like it would have got picked off depending on who I throw to. So that was a good coverage by the Green Bay Packers. And speaking of good coverage, they're going to cover me again here. And Caleb's going to scramble around. Caleb Williams trying to get in. He gets to the 2. Maybe I should have dove there. That would have maybe worked a little bit better. This Green Bay team's tough. We knew that going in. The snap, the handoff to Swift, brought down by Kenny Clark. Immediately. And it's a field goal attempt, possibly. We're going to go for this, because I'm a psycho. This feels like the wrong decision, It's only the wrong decision if it doesn't work. Tyreek Hill, touchdown. It was the right decision. Bears lead in Chicago. End of the third quarter. We get the ball back. Oh, the defense is defensing. We have a chance to take a big lead. If we can score here, that would be the perfect situation. We also need to get it under 2 minutes so we can start using their timeouts. 2nd and 2, hand the ball off again to DeAndre. He's got great blocks down the field. Tyreek Hill's even throwing some blocks in there. 9 carries, 52 yards for Swift. We're going to keep pounding it. We are going to keep on keeping on. Swift bounces outside. He's got the speed. DeAndre Swift, juke move. Down to the 45, 10 carries, 67 yards. We are slowly chipping away. Chip at this clock. Give the ball to Swift again. Handoff, bouncing. Swift, 41-yard line. We've run the ball a bunch in a row, so maybe they won't be thinking a pass this time. And maybe DJ Moore absolutely cooks. He did not. I didn't either. Oh, whoops. You know what that's a case of? That's a case of me not looking at where I'm throwing. And the Packers scored off of it. I hate myself. I hadn't thrown a pick all episode. And the one time I do, it costs us a touchdown here. And maybe costs us the game. That's annoying, man. I did not even pay attention to where I was throwing that football. That's a crazy deep ball to DJ Moore. Oh my God, Caleb. What a throw. What a deep ball from Caleb Williams. The handoff to Swift. Swift's got a lot of room. DeAndre Swift falls down to 2, and the Packers call their first timeout. They are in a deep hole here. They've got to try to dig their way out of it. 1 timeout used. Running right at Kenny Clark is not what I want to do, but it might be our only solution. Swift, end zone, touchdown. Did we score too quickly? I don't know. We have the ball. We did it. The Bears defense delivers the football back to us, and we are going to win 28-21 against the Green Bay Packers. They're going to call a timeout. Really? Really? You're going to call a timeout? That seems super unnecessary. But they called it anyway. We'll just hand the ball or kneel the ball down again, and we will win 28-21 against the Green Bay Packers. Staying undefeated, a 10-0 season for the Chicago Bears. We made some epic trades in today's episode. We won some big games. Caleb Williams looked unbelievably good. He looked like a whole new quarterback with the addition of Tyreek Hill on the squad. I cannot wait to finish the season in the next episode because these boys are good. We've got some real good potential here to have a perfect season. I mean, I don't want to get crazy, but there are only a few games left to go. And we have a chance to get something that's never been done before. The perfect 17-0 season. I mean, it's phenomenal. It is absolutely phenomenal. Now, Caleb Williams, no Chicago Bears are leading in any stat category. We know that Caleb's got around 2,300. He's got 2,300 2,300, 337. Then he's got 20 touchdowns, 8 interceptions, a 73% completion percentage so far through the season. DeAndre Swift's about to get 1,000 yards with 12 touchdowns. Tyreek Hill's having a great season now with the addition of him on the Bears. DJ Moore's got 700 yards. Adunze's doing well. Cole Kmet's having a solid season. How is the defense doing? Tremaine Edmonds leading the team in sacks or tackles as I expected. Von Miller, 4.5 sacks. We're not getting that many interceptions. Maybe the Bears defense doesn't get a lot of interceptions in simulation. I'm not 100% sure. But that is going to do it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, leave it a like, subscribe to the channel, join the Juice Cup. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I truly appreciate it. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.